Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. The NL West is up for grabs. Other things happened as well. Trevor got sick and lost a lot of weight. Let's talk baseball. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, brought to you by DraftKings. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. California, we have Trevor Plouffe, 106 career home runs to his name. And BBD, 0 home runs in Major League Baseball, producing in the corner. How is everyone doing today? What an exciting time to wake up and talk about baseball. It's the first live show of September, the final month of the regular season. August officially in my rear view. And if the flooding in New York and New Jersey affected your lives at all, we are thinking of you and hope everything's okay, because that was a scary, scary situation. Trev, tell us about all that weight you lost.
First, Jim, I'm happy you guys are okay, and I will also send my best regards to the people in New York and New Jersey and Philly. That was scary, man. I was in bed most of the day yesterday, and I had my phone out, and then Twitter was just full of crazy like subway stations with massive running water, and then that in Philadelphia there's this row of rowing houses that colleges use, and it's right there, right outside the city, and the whole thing was submerged. It was crazy. So hope everyone's doing okay. Yesterday was tough for me. A lot of fluids exited my body. I think I ended up down 8 pounds in one day. Didn't eat anything yesterday. Still trying to feel 100% human again, Jim. But I'm getting there. Feeling a little bit better today. And I'm happy to be here with my boys on a Friday of a long weekend. Jake, how you doing?
Well, you guys said it, so now I have to thinking of everyone and the flood stuff. Pretty crazy.
No one believes you.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just half-hearted. Like, you guys represent me.
You actually lived it, though. You like went and braved.
And your parents just split up, so there's a lot of sympathy.
My
for you right
parents
now.
split up. I didn't say just.
Yeah.
My parents.
When was it again?
It's like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
He actually got me too. I've reached out to him. I said, "You all right, bro?"
Get you. I got nobody. I got.
Yeah, you did get got.
I also had a lot of fluids come out of myself yesterday. Jess is away to Bachelorette. I'm excited to talk some of the baseball with you guys. I propelled baseball today to become the #1 baseball show for a day. So now I got to drive Talking Baseball back to the top. So I'm excited today. I got birds on the mind.
Interesting.
Yeah,
You
man.
do.
I got really birds on the mind. St. Louis, shout out.
Update for you. Just check the charts. Talking Baseball #1. So you've already done it. Jake's already propelled us to the #1 spot. Baseball Today, #2. Thanks to everyone that tuned into Baseball Today. We ran like an ad a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
And you guys turned out for us. Wow. And Talking Yanks is #5. So today we have 3 in the top 5. How's that feel, Trev?
Oops.
For your chart ranking butt.
Chart ranking Trev.
I love it. It's where we should be. We put the work in, and we're good.
We'll call you Charter Plouffe. Plouffe. He's out.
Oh, hey.
What's that guy's name again?
Gary Thorne. Real thorn in your
Fight.
side.
I still have to fight him.
You still have to fight Gary Thorne.
Yeah. People forget
We'll set that up. We can set that up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well,
Shout
I
out
have to fight a couple other
to Puddle of Penguins in the chat. That's their first time watching live on YouTube.
So we're going to bring our A game.
We're bringing our A game today just for...
I was planning on kind of punting this.
Yes.
I'll be honest.
And then he saw that there's a huddle of Penguins in the chat, and he was like, you know what? I got to really step 2. Little Joe DiMaggio kicked in. You never know whose first time it is watching. Trev, you have a question?
I had to say something. I did my my pony baseball draft for the 7 and 8-year-old division, and there was one dude. He said something about his Egyptian goddess, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's what I say. And then I'm starting to think, does he listen to the pod? Does he hear me say it? Does he say it so I connect with him, and now we're like buddies? it's like I don't know, man. I really don't know how to feel about it. I've never heard anybody else use that word.
Was he referencing your wife?
Or wife or an actual
No, he has
goddess?
an Egyptian wife.
So he could have stumbled into that phrase too.
Maybe this is like a collective unconscious thing or a collective conscious thing where everyone with an Egyptian wife calls them their Egyptian princess because princesses or goddess, yeah.
Egypt and the gods.
I don't know. I think he's listening right now. And
Whose
if you
wife
are,
is
I'm on
hotter?
you.
Walk like an Egyptian. You seen the woman, the lead singer of that band today? She's like the youngest 60-year-old to ever live. Google image her. I think her name's Jane. Anyway, guys, I'm doing really well.
James, how are you, buddy?
Is that for Huddle of Penguins?
No, you guys didn't ask how I was doing.
Jake is supposed
You
to
let
ask
it rip.
you, not
You
me.
gave like apologies at the start.
Apologies. I said I hope everyone's all right. There was
Yeah.
a huge storm.
Me too, man.
BBD slept at the office.
Yeah. He likes it though.
Been doing that, yeah.
Wasn't my first rodeo.
Yeah.
He didn't sleep on the couch, though. He slept on a recliner.
Well, I thought you were also going to sleep in the office because you were stuck here as well.
So
I was
that's
doing.
nice.
I was giving you the
Gave you the
courtzy of
couch.
having the futon.
That was nice.
But you
When I
let
woke
him
up at
sleep.
3:30 and you just never went to sleep.
Yeah. I did lay on the couch for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Saw my little baby today. It's the first day of fall officially. August sucks. It was the nicest back-to-back weather days in a row. I went to a diner, and the guy said, what would you like? And I said, dude, I'm going to have the apple cinnamon pancakes because it's fall.
Ooh.
And he laughed
Ooh.
and said, it is nice today. And then I ate like a quarter of them because there's so much pancakes.
Yeah, that's a diesel cake.
Love that.
Yeah,
Love
no, it
that,
was a bad idea. It's weighing me down.
Drake, Jake, and pancakes.
Let's get
That's
into
the
it.
show today.
Jake, you have the National League,
Yeah,
right?
sure do.
Brought to you by Dugout Mugs.
Look at this one.
That one has our logo on there. Talking baseball, Dugout Mugs. They have a new campaign. They're giving away autographed merchandise, and all you have to do is enter. All you have to do to enter is text the
I'll
word
do this right now.
super to 85311 or 85311. However you want to break it up in your brain.
85311.
That's how Jake does it. 85311. And you're entered to win.
85-311.
You would do 85311?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Text the word super. I'm doing it right now. You guys should do it.
311
If
the
you're
band.
watching right now, you have a cell phone. Probably.
They have autographed baseballs, cards, dugout mugs from Mariano Rivera, Pete Rose, Randy Arozarena, Pudge Rodriguez, Corey Kluber, Jim Rice, Nick Swisher, and a bunch of other baseball legends. Text the word SUPER, SUPER, to enter the Super Signature September giveaway by Dugout Mugs. Just enter once and you're eligible to win all 38 prizes for the entire month. Take 20 seconds right now while you're listening to the podcast and text the word SUPER to 85311 to be entered to win autographed prizes. So there you go. They're bringing you the National League update. Jake, can you tell us what happened in the NL? I'm dying to know.
James, Trev, BBD, everyone live in the chat. Let me tell you what happened in the National Leagues. Got a cool response from that text. The Brewers played the Giants. This is the big series, and the Brewers take 3 out of 4. Man, Corbin Burns, that first game, drops it on the table. Is he going to sneak in that Cy Young? Then Woodruff, Anderson. The Brewers take the first 3. The Giants salvage the last game to tie up the Dodgers for a big series coming this weekend. Brewers starting pitching, 4 games, a 1.29 ERA. That's going to be tough. That travels. Jace Peterson has kind of been doing the damn thing for them this year. Good job, Jace. Battling. And kind of like my name when you really think about it. Peralta and Escobar expected to return Friday. So, Jim, your hamstring buddy, he'll be back Friday. You're close to 100%. We'll
Find
see.
out next Wednesday.
We'll see. Giants, we're going to be talking about them a lot. Because the Dodgers swept the Braves. Woo! It's Dodger season. People are talking about it. How's Urias, Bueller, and Scherzer? That's tough, man. And the Braves fans, let me know. They look like they were good games. 5-3, 3-2, 4-3. That's tough. That's tough for an Atlanta team that Is the division coming back? We'll talk about that a little bit. Dodgers starting pitching. Brewers, they see you. Dodgers put up a 1.89. Justin Turner's doing it, man. Mookie Betts. Homered for his mom, right? That was this week. Reds played the Cardinals, a series the Cardinals needed to stay relevant, and they did some work. They win 2 out of 3. They split the doubleheader. They win game 1, 3-1. Lester, did he drop it? Good for you, John. Happer got rocked in the doubleheader. Paul Goldschmidt, you might hear about him later. I got Cardinals on the mind today. Why is the little one always yelling? Mets and the Marlins. Mets sweep. They need it. Keep winning, Mets. We'll talk about you again for baseball and not the other stuff. 6-5, 3-1, 4-3. Javi Baez. Baseball is the best reality television. He comes up with the game on the line, does what he needs to do, and then scores the game-winning run. We are still looking for the diamond earring on the field, I believe. And yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about Zach Scott and Brad Hand claimed by the Mets. Hey, good job, Mets. You had to sweep, and you did. Padres D-backs. Padres take 2 out of 3. 7-5, 3-0. Snell drops it on the table again. And then Darvish for the sweep. Oh, no. Padres, Darvish, what is you doing, baby? You need that win, but not against these snakes. They're built different. Tatis, Machado, each 4 hits and 3 extra base hits. That's fun. Melanson leading the league in saves. How about that? Good for him. Darvish, yeah, kind of blew the sweep there after Snell. Man, what a start by him. He's hot, hot, hot. Phillies sweep the Nationals. Let's go.
Let's go.
We got some good results in the NL this week, including a come-behind win yesterday. They were down 6-3 in the 8th, and they come back and do it. 7-4, 12-6, 7-6. Phillies, they slashed a casual 316, 403, 521 as a team. Nats are a shell themselves. Soto is still awesome to watch. Homer, he's getting on base, I think, at a 450 clip now. Pretty insane. And the Phillies penned well. So that's what happened in the National League plays.
Great job, Jake.
Nice
A lot happened, huh? The National League's hot, hot, hot.
National League hot in the streets. It starts with Jace Peterson. I mean, is the wild card becoming a discussion? Is the NL East a discussion? Fellas, where do you want to go, Jim? Sorry we didn't ask how you were.
Jace Peterson. All right.
Jace Peterson with a nice goatee.
It's strange.
A nice goatee.
Okay, fine.
Trev, when's the last time you tried out a goatee?
I did the Chris Cornell, which is the so I guess, is this a goatee? It's the mustache. And then
Sounds like a mustache.
Ooh, the soul patch.
I don't think
it's
so.
like a pirate-looking thing.
Yeah.
I could see you.
That's not a goatee?
I think you go goatee probably around the time your kids are going to prom.
So. I did just the chin thing. That was very brief.
Hot.
Goatee is changed colloquially. Because we would call, just if you just had some stubble around here, a goatee these days, like the Veritech, he comes to mind. But that traditionally a goatee had to fall off your chin like a goat's beard.
Goatee.
And then it was the mustache was the T and the goat was the down. I read a book called The History of Facial Hair when I was in college once, and it interested me.
Why?
It's a great question.
It was interesting, Trev. One nugget was this dude had a beard his whole life. It was like it reached its terminal length, which was, I think like a foot. And then he had to have a major surgery, and they needed to shave his face. And they shaved his face to get the surgery, and he looked at himself in the mirror, didn't recognize himself, heart attack, died, surgery called off. This is the biggest tidbit from the book I read about history of facial hair. Let's go to the West, because that, I think, is the most exciting storyline, because the boogeyman, the Dodgers, and their depth and the trades they made, and the Giants fans have been hearing it forever, and they're maybe in a state of bliss of like, no, we're good. We just can't lose. Giants fever. And now they're tied up and playing each other. And can I tell you right now, I'm stamping it. Whoever wins this series wins the division.
Really?
If it's a sweep.
Okay. A little caveat there.
Pretty soft. Pretty soft.
They don't play each other again, right?
No, this is it.
If one of them sweeps the other, that's huge. I mean, you have a 3-game advantage when you don't play each other again the rest of the way.
It is
yes.
big. How brutal would it be for the Giants to nearly go pole to pole and then have to play a one game wild card and lose it? It's a flip of the coin at that point. You play the whole season. I mean, if this isn't a picture of why we need to restructure divisions and how we do stuff, like, I don't know what is.
Wow.
You play baseball like that for 162 freaking games, and then it comes down to one game because it's the Dodgers, man. They could just load up on whoever the hell they wanted to. It almost feels like the Dodgers isn't fair to the rest of the league. I know the Giants made their own waiver trade to get Chris Bryant and a couple other guys over there, but I would be so sad if that's what ended up happening for the Giants.
Man, the Dodgers are just going to be hungry dogs going into this series. They've been hearing all the Giants stuff all year, and now they're with them in 3 games. Giants, best of luck, man. Gabe Kapler keeping it as sexy as possible on the sidelines. I respect that. Man, they have to win the first game. I know we don't normally preview a series, but this is one of the biggest ones of the season. Tonight's their best bet. They got Disco DeScalfani on the mound, and then it's Sammy Long and Jose Quintana going against Urias and Buehler those second 2 games. So, hey, Giants, I hope you surprise me. I hope we're sitting here snapping for the Giants on Monday saying you fought off the big bad wolf, but they're looking to blow their house down this weekend.
It's a 2 of 3 series. Dodgers win 2 of 3.
Okay. We talk about the series that happens a little bit, and the Brewers take 3 out of 4 because they're just really good. Did they win? Were they on like a 9-game winner or an 11-game winner? Feels like something I should have brought to the table with the NL, so that's on me. But the Brewers are nasty, man. Did you just realize something, or were you stretching your back?
I realized something.
Okay.
You're not going to like it.
Ooh, tough start.
I have a new favorite player on the Giants.
Ooh.
Chadwick Trump. I believe he just got sent down again, but 5'8", listed 5'8", catcher named Chad Trump from Aruba. His Twitter handle is Tropical Storm, and he follows me. So there's a lot of things like, okay, short, yes, I like him. Catcher, yes, I like him. Name is Chadwick Trump, like that. He's from Aruba, awesome. His Twitter handle's Tropical Storm, like it. Oh, and he follows me. Favorite player on the Giants.
There you go.
Trev.
I think the pitchers are hurt for the Giants. So I don't know how long they're all going to be out. I know that Wood just went on the IL.
Wood, Cueto, and Tyler Beatty.
Yeah. I don't know how long they're going to go out. And I believe the game they won, they got to Devin Williams, which doesn't happen a lot. Their inability to hit top-tier starters continues, which is how you win series in the postseason. So the Giants, yeah, you lost the division lead, and that's one nugget, but the actual scary nuggets are the injuries. I have like 2 pitchers left right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it has their rotation listed as Gossman, Webb, and Disco. Which, by the way, look at the year Logan Webb's having.
Yeah, nice. Been good.
Man, survive. And hey, I mean, 3 out of 4 against the Brewers. There's also kind of no shame on that. They only got half of the law firm, so Burns and Woodruff. So that's kind of tough. But hey, they salvaged the last game. You still have it's in your hands. The Brewers, who won this series. And Trev, you kind of called me out on baseball today, and I appreciate you doing it a little bit. Man, the Brewers lineup is a little deeper than I think for a while we were talking about the Brewers pitching and how nasty and dominant it was. Narvaez behind the dish. He's got an 811 OPS on the year. That's 103 games for a catcher. Colton Wong, his OPS is sneaking up near the 8, 793. Willie Adames, guess where his OPS is at? 906. He's Yelly. He's obviously not having a great year, but he's scary. Avisail Garcia, 821 OPS. Chase Peterson, 74 games and 822 are like, Rowdy's been hitting for them. The Brewers are becoming more of a complete package. Like, I think if the playoffs had started in July, we would have said, like, well, Brewers got that nasty pitching, that plays. Like, we got to start talking about their offense, too. They're a good team.
Locane's another guy. He's a depth piece. Like, at any moment, he could turn it on and just get hot. And he loves the playoffs, and he loves that atmosphere. I feel like he's like one of those dudes that thrives in that moment. We love the Brewers. We talk about them all the time here. Mostly it's about their pitching. But, yeah, the lineup is – it reminds me of like a Rays type of lineup where you're like, can they hit? And then you start to look like, yeah, they can hit, and they match up well, and they do all the things that you need to do to win games. Shout out Craig Counsell.
Ooh, hot.
We never talk about him.
Hot.
Everybody loves Craig Counsell in Milwaukee. Gotta like that. And don't forget, didn't even mention this dude, Eddie Escobar, coming back on Friday. That's a big bat down the stretch. He can get hot too.
Snakes.
Yeah.
You want to talk Dodgers Braves, Jim?
I want you to talk about it.
Swear.
I want to listen.
Yeah, Braves fans, reach out a little bit. I know we mix it up with a lot of you. Braves Ashland, shout out. Kelsey Winger, engaged. Peter Moylan, insane.
Yeah, a little bit.
Man, Buehler, Scherzer, that's tough. At the same time, the Braves threw Morton and Fried to lose 2 one-run games to the Dodgers on the road. That's brutal. That's brutal. And I think one of those games was the crazy extra innings. That was the night of the storm. Justin Turner, the Braves punched. I think Dansby took the lead, and then Justin Turner took it right back that same inning. That was a great game. Braves, who do they got coming up? Because you got to be...
The East is fun.
The East is fun.
Phillies are 2 games out. The Mets are 5 games out. The Mets are 4-1. The Mets have started this easy trip 4-1, and we said, all right, you just went 2-11 on the road trip. And I think I was the one, or Trev, you said they were dead. Someone said they were dead.
They're dead.
I said, but I think I posed, well, what if they go, 11-2 on this easy stretch, or 12-2, get fat on the bad teams. Now, in terms of, do I think they're like a NLCS competitor? No, but can they get back into this race? Well, you got 5 against the Nats coming up. And the Phillies just got swept by them. And maybe Phillies just swept them. Maybe the cool luster of like, hey, this is our spring training, let's make the team dies a little bit. We're a month after the deadline. All the young guys that came up for the Nats and the new players when they had some spit and vinegar, maybe they're like, well, actually, this sucks now. Sweep them, Mets.
I think we said, 12, 14 games? You had to win double digits, and they're with a little bit of dramatics. Javi Baez running the bases. How fun was that? Incredible. Yeah, man. Let's go, Mets. Make us talk about you. You guys are still in control of the ship. You're playing a lot of bad teams, and then it gets tough again.
Make us talk about your baseball team.
Yeah. Jeez.
That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about any more of your freaking GMs doing dumb stuff.
God, man.
Like, let's get over that. Like, let's go, guys.
Brave.
I still think they're dead, Jim. I like the Phillies. Phillies took care of business.
Yep. Phillies are hot ever since we motivated them to get hot.
Yeah.
They're 2 games out in both the wild card and the division. Did I say that right?
Yeah, and they haven't. No one's been in the wild card talk besides Padres, and the Reds snuck into wild card talk, and now the Phillies are kind of sneaking into wild card talk.
And one more team.
Who? Oh, Jake's
Birds on the mind today,
Birds
baby.
are
Cardinals
on the mind.
2.5 out of the wild card.
6 in a row for the Phils.
Yeah, and they got hit with the COVID bug a little bit. Uncle COVID got them, but they've been reeling off some wins. And James, we talked about this on Baseball Today. Me and Jakey boy, you were there listening. Their schedule is so tasty, and they got to take care of it. I mean, essentially, if they just go play good baseball through September, like just decent baseball, they should be in the playoffs. Going by the teams that they play, and like we went over the Padres. We'll talk about them in a little bit. They have a gauntlet to go through, and the Phillies, they're power walking. They could power walk to the playoffs, in my opinion. Hope they do it.
East is going to be fun, man. Braves have 3 coming up at Colorado, which has been a tough team, and Senzatella, Marquez, Gomber. Those are real. Off day, and then they get their Nats Miami stretch. So, man, week and a half from now, I think we're going to be saying the Braves turned it back on. I love that we're a schedule pod now. Makes it easier.
We've been a schedule pod for a while.
Been had. Just bringing it to the forefront.
Been had snacks.
What else do we need to talk about? Reds, Cardinals. That was an important series. If the Cardinals lost 2 out of 3, I think we'd be talking about how they can't get back in the mix. They've got the Brew Crew coming up. That is El Brutal. But the Cardinals kind of took care of business. They're 68-64. They got to keep it going. Like, you almost can't lose a series the rest of the way, which that's really tough to do in baseball.
Where are the Reds right now? What's the standings in?
Reds are
10 games back in the Central. I think that one's over, Jim.
Over.
But
That one's
they
over.
are in the second wild card, right?
They're still the second wild
half
card, right?
game up on the Padres.
Someone in the chat, this is actually funny, and I kind of agree with it. It says, G. Sherman said the NL East is literally a competition to see who gets obliterated by the Brewers in the DS. I believe it. Phillies with the pitching could match up. If Nola is like Nola hasn't been Nola. That's what I've been hearing. Wheeler's been doing the damn thing. Gibby's been the guy, but if Nola's right, Nola Wheeler can match up with Burns and Woodruff.
I actually kind of don't like that matchup.
You like the Braves pitching better than the Phillies pitching a little bit ago. Are you switching?
I think in like a short series like that, I think the Phillies are more top heavy.
It's
more.
I agree. I thought I was the one trying to present that argument, and you were on Braves being better top 3.
I don't think so. I don't think I would say that. Could be wrong.
I agree.
I double check.
I'm a Phillies guy.
I think Trev said he liked the Braves overall pitching better, but that might have just been part of what you thought as well. But
I think the Phillies Brewers, I feel like that would just be
That'd
like
be fun.
the Phillies' strengths are the Brewers' strengths, but the Brewers' strengths are better. Like,
whose offense is better?
if Harper's playing like this, it's
the
tough.
Phillies lineup is
It's
real
tough.
shallow though.
Yeah,
When you
Yeah,
actually
it's
like
top-heavy.
really look at it,
Gene Harper
With
Reeser out,
touching.
it's like
Reese is gone.
if you're counting backyard
coming back.
Brad,
Yeah.
4 deep.
Backyard Brad's been
With
very
backyard
nice.
Brad.
I haven't looked at it in a little bit, but the last let me pull it up and I'll make an educated
I think
decision.
the Brewers would. Man,
The Brewers would win, or they should. Who knows? It's baseball.
it's baseball, but
in a short series.
if I'm the Phillies, I'd want to get
Let me
matched
pose
up.
this to you guys.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jake.
Not the Brewers. Not the Brewers.
Yeah.
Any team but.
OPS plus.
Okay.
Phillies 99. League average right now is 97. 99 OPS plus. Braves 96. Brewers 92.
I think that ties in, like, the Brewers lineup come the playoffs is going to be different than it was for the first half of the year. We'll see what Willie Adames brings these playoffs. He's going to be on a redemption tour. But, yeah, give me the Brewers in every facet over the Phillies. Like, the Phillies' best chance at a playoff series is if we're saying, like, well, they got the starting pitching, everywhere else, I don't know.
And we haven't really even talked about Ranger, our guy.
Mm.
Is he a starter?
Jim's
Is he a
guy.
high leverage reliever.
It's like 5 deep on a good day. The Phillies, Herrera, Segura, That's like,
You're getting Herrera in there?
That's who they lead off. He's been
playing better.
He's having a good year. He's been playing good, but still, it's not.
That's kind of the point.
And then Gene, BBD's guy, Harper, Real Muto, Kutch. But then, dude, the drop off after that is like you go to the kiddie pool, basically.
And Baum is not even there anymore, right? He got options.
He's starting fights in AAA.
Wait, is that real?
He didn't start it.
He got thrown at his head.
Someone threw at his head, and he didn't like it, so it was a joke.
Good.
Yeah. Luis Gil from the Yankees. Big old brawl.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was two guys that just got sent down. There was like last game was in MLB. Just, all pissy about it. Just a lot of angst. A lot of AAA angst.
Have a
year.
year.
Yeah, on AAA, you are mad.
Yeah.
Have a year, Gene Segura.
You're not going to want to get sent down in AAA, then a dude throws at your head.
It's a bad time.
Brad Miller's been good. Didi hasn't been good, but he just had a baby, so whenever he comes back.
Didi had a baby?
Yeah. Went back to Curacao for it.
He's not back from the paternity list yet, but look out for dad's strength.
A boy?
30. I don't know.
BBD. No, not a boy?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I didn't look into it beyond because he hasn't come back yet, so I haven't looked into it.
I wonder what he's going to name it. He comes from a long line of Amelia Elksons.
I'd assume that.
The Padres.
Hey, I have something to tell you guys.
Is it about the Padres?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They've been in my rear view.
I know.
Oh, no. Are they closer than they appear?
You guys give me an update. I haven't. They've been so far in my rear view that if I'm scrolling through MLB games when the Yankees aren't on to find a game to play, the Padres haven't even been a consideration, which is insane.
Yeah.
Because they were the A1 pick all of like April, May, and June. And at this point, I'm not even interested in tuning in. I'm going NL East, NL Dodgers, Giants, or I'm going Brewers. Rays, Red Sox had my attention. But yeah. So what's going on? You guys can tell me.
Well.
You want to go, Jake?
You go, Trev.
James, they're not the talk of the town anymore. Half game back of the second wild card with a daunting schedule ahead of them, but some good news. Snell has been incredible. So now you got Snell, you got Musgrove, and they got to get you going. You has not been himself. They're going to have to play in the wild card game, and I think they're a good team
if they make it.
For a wild card game, right? Like you're going to start Musgrove, maybe Snell's in the hangar just in case. Then they can do that. And then their offense, they have enough star power there. They could take over a game too. So I don't mind them in a wild card game, but they got to get there. And I don't know if they're going to. Their schedule is nuts. It's fucking nuts, dude. I actually feel bad for the Padres too.
Yeah, they, I feel like what Jim said, the Padres offense used to be electric and dynamic and must watch. Slam Diego. I mean, it was
Stole
it was
so many
insane.
bases.
I feel like they need a big come from behind win. They need like the late night Twitter. Padres are down 7 and they got the bases loaded and they hit a grand slam or something. They need that again because it's kind of been missing. Because you're right, Trev. The schedule is super daunting. At the same time, Musgrove has been absolutely dropping it. Snell has been absolutely dropping it. If Darvish can figure it out, now you've got 3 guys in your rotation that can almost win you a game. Never mind your offense. So that's their formula. It's just a matter. It's a matter of schedule and putting it all together. I don't know,
dude.
Houston off day.
Read the rest of their schedule for the audience.
We did. It's. I don't think they face a team under 500 again. Are the Angels above 500?
They've got 2 against the Angels. They are going home versus Houston, 2 versus the Angels, and then at the Dodgers, at San Fran, at St. Louis, home versus San Fran, home versus the Braves, at the Dodgers, at San Fran.
And
it's hellish.
They're a 500 team against teams over 500. So it's not like they're come to task and dominate.
They need their big boys to be big, but yeah, there hasn't been that juice there in a little bit.
I think we're going to see a little bit of a run from the Padres, a little bit of fight. They're too good. They're too freaking cocky to not put up a fight. They're not just going to go down and we're going to be like, dang, those Padres, sure, they were awesome in May. I think they're going to put up a fight, which is going to be cool, but it's going to be a tall task to make it.
Go win that MVP, Tatis. Now's the time.
Now's the time.
Hosmer goes off.
Hot.
I really want him to go off.
Hot.
All right.
Cardinals.
Guys, they're still in my rear view.
Do you guys want...
You didn't take him out.
I know we generally are a chaos pod. Do we want the wild card to go full chaos? We're rooting for that.
Yeah.
Dude, I want the triple tie for the wild card.
What do they flip a coin like Friday Night Lights?
No, you play, right? There's like a wild card game.
Definitely don't
the
flip a coin.
They definitely don't flip a coin.
Definitely not going to flip a coin.
Rob Manfred's the commissioner. We might.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people would tune in.
We might play a game of Bloody Knuckles.
You sell like 20 minutes of ads and you flip that coin. You get the whole crowd.
Flip that coin.
Flip that coin.
Flip that coin.
Flip that coin. 3-headed coin. They lose it.
Hey.
Goes in Manfred's sock.
It's pretty easy to be tough on Bobby and, you know, MLB and shake your fist sometimes. Man, this second wild card, if the Mets beat up on the Nats, which they very easily can, I mean, half the NL is going to be in the playoff race coming down the final 3 weeks of the season. And that is pretty cool. That was the goal.
Okay, shout out Bobby. Shout out Bob.
Don't give him any ideas.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Jake's counting.
If the Mets get back in the mix, there'd only be 6 dead teams.
Name those teams.
Rockies, Cubs, Nats, Marlins, Pirates, Snakes.
Oh. You don't think the Snakes can get anything, in them?
We've achieved our objective this year.
Searching for
a lot
rings.
of young talent on the field for the Snakes. Do we want to talk Snakes?
Varsho.
It's a bird day for me.
So you're hot on the Orioles.
Shout out to Pipe.
Birds eat snakes. And I think snakes also eat birds.
Yeah. That's a weird YouTube hole to find yourself in.
You think the same snake has ever eaten the same bird?
Like a bird species that eats a snake.
No, very same one.
No.
Very same one.
No.
Think on it, Trev. Get back
a bird
to us.
could eat the stomach of the snake while it's getting digested.
Bird eats a snake. Snake eats its way out of the bird. Would you click that YouTube video?
I'd click that.
That doesn't work.
I'd click that. I'd have a bad time.
Jake would click that watching Fear.
Fear watch. Fear boner.
How about the AL?
You want to do it, Trev? You have the AL today, and you told me that you watched.
Could go great. It could go poorly. We'll see.
You told me you watched closely, so I'm interested. What happened in the American League?
Well, let me tell you, the Twins went into Detroit to make up a game from July 16th, and they took it down 3-2 Twins. Ober versus Casey Mize. Josh Donaldson brought the rain. Go-ahead 2-run homer in the 4th. Bailey Ober, kind of like that name, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs for his 2nd career win. And then shout out to our colleague, the compound Zach Short, with the RBI single for the Tigers. What's up, Zachy boy? Moving on, the Red Sox went down to Tampa for a 4-game set. And boo, it was a split. 6-1 Rays, 8-5 Rays before the Red Sox took the last two, 3-2 and 4-0. First game was a matchup of Patino and Pivetta. I like the way that sounds. Full pension Piv. Red Sox starters did not have a good time. Rays starters did. Rays starters and Rays relievers, they're all the same thing to me. They shouldn't even designate which one they are. 7 different Red Sox recorded 4+ hits. Schwarber was really good. JD Martinez was really good. And Bobby Dahlbeck, he had 4 hits with a homer. Wander Franco's been doing it. We've been talking about him for quite some time on the show. 4 hits with a homer. He did have to exit game 4 with a headache. I feel you, bro. That could be from sliding into the home plate in game 3. He's being monitored for concussion symptoms. The Red Sox, kind of the big story here is the COVID outbreak. Bogarts, Kike, Barnes, Arroyo, Sawamura, Perez, and 2 coaches all test positive. That's a lot. The rookie Duran had the go-ahead RBI single in the 9th of Game 3. Series split. I think that's a good matchup for those guys. I like that. 2-2 each take 2 games. Moving on, Houston goes up to Seattle. The Mariners take care of business. They take 2 out of 3 from the Astros. The Astros win Game 1 4-3. Then it's 4-0 Mariners, 1-0 Mariners in the rubber match. Both offenses clearly struggled, and all the pitching did well. Ty France, he's my local countryman. Him and J.P. Crawford, we are a J.P. Crawford pod. They had 4 hits apiece. Toro had 2 hits with a home run. That one home run was against Kendall freaking Graveman. Gotta love that. Full circle stuff. Flexen goes 5 2/3 innings pitched, only 2 earned runs. James Kikuchi, guess what happened?
Dealt.
7 shutty. Gilbert 5 shutout innings. I love the Mariners in 2022. I really do. Astros take the lead with 2 in the 8th inning of Game 1 on the Kyle Tucker and Jake Myers RBI singles. Game 2 was scoreless in the 8th inning until that Toro grand slam I talked about against Graveman. He's the first player in MLB history to hit a grand slam off of the player he was traded for earlier in that season. That's interesting. Greinke placed on the COVID IL. Didn't know that happened, James. Not going to lead the league in wins on the COVID IL. Mariners take 2 of 3. Moving on, the Yankees go to Anaheim. The Angels take 2 out of 3. The Yankees on that horrible skid. 8-7 Angels, 6-4 Angels before Cole stepped up and shoved 4-1 Yankees in the rubber match. Walsh and Mayfield 3 hits with a home run and a double each. And no Angel records more than 3 hits. Judge keeps doing Judge things. Dan Work thinks he's going to be the MVP. 6 hits with a home run. Rizzo, let's go, baby. 5 hits, 3 extra base hits and a home run. Lagares had a go-ahead single in the 8th inning of Game 1. Kluber gives up a grand slam to Jack Mayfield in his return from the IL. But then the story for Yanks was Gerrit Cole being the stopper. That's why you pay him the big bucks. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run with Jim. He had 15 Ks. We'll talk about that later. And no walks, which is my favorite stats. They avoided the sweep because of that dominant performance. Trout feels lingering soreness in his right calf, and Madden admitted he could be shut down for the season. No duh. Don't mess with our Trouty boy. The A's going to Detroit. They take 2 out of 3. 9-3 A's, 8-6 Tigers, 8-6 A's. Harrison had 6 hits with 2 extra base hits. Canna and Chapman 2 home runs apiece. And Frankie Montas, the only pitcher for either team to go past the 5th. So the offenses really did it here. I'm always so late. More than placed in the 10-day IL. I have 2 more series. Holy hell. Orioles going to Toronto. Blue Jays take 2 out of 3. 7-3 Blue Jays, 4-2 Orioles, 5-4 Blue Jays. Robbie Ray has gold on his baseball reference page. We already talked about that. Blue Jays DFA Brad Hand after trading for him at the deadline. That's interesting. Indians at Royals. You're going to love this, Jim. Indians sweep 7-2, 5-3, 4-2. Plezak did really well. Starting pitchers for the Indians really crushed it. Wilson Ramos suffers a torn ACL and a sprained MCL and will miss the rest of the season. What did he do? Didn't see it.
Damn.
Indians get the sweep, and that's what happened in the AL.
Great job, Trev. Great job.
I need the tempo back.
Okay.
You want the music? Jim? You want to play the music again?
No.
Music is the tempo.
Music is the tempo.
I think we go to Astros Mariners.
Wow, okay.
Mariners still hanging around. How are they still hanging around? I am not too sure.
Well, the Mariners fans told us, they said, yeah, but we have an easy schedule, but we're bad against teams that are worse than us. We checked the records on it, and then I was like, oh, the Astros are kind of bad against teams that are worse than them. And then here they are losing 2 out of 3 to Mariners. I don't know. How bad are you against teams that are worse than your Astros? Because you got a lot coming up in September. Like, is this going to get interesting? We didn't think it would.
No, it won't. And Seattle's not like they're a worse team than the Astros, but there's a lot of, like, most teams are worse than the Astros.
True.
But yeah. Seattle's still 4 games back in the wild card, and they are 6.5 in the division. They still have an uphill battle to go, but they're fun.
You like the 2022 Mariners?
Yeah, me too.
Keep us talking about you, Seattle. I think they've got my Snakes coming up. They got Snakes at Houston Snakes. Get hot, Seattle. Keep us talking about you.
Good job, by
JP Crawford.
Yeah. I want to go to the Red Sox.
Ooh.
They are no longer in my rear view.
Oh.
Red Sox I'm nervous because the Yankees lost 4 in a row. Red Sox win 2. Big chance for the Red Sox to roll over and die and lose to the Rays. It was kind of like, they won the first 2, and it was like, man, Red Sox, are we doing this game? Are we doing the, you're just going to be real bad game? And they're like, no, we're not. Everyone's got COVID, so everyone else is going to step up a little bit, and they split that series. The Yankees lose, so I'm pretty interested in that. Verdugo is having a awesome second half of the season. Sales pitched well now against 2 good offensive teams. They kind of gave him an easy schedule to start, but he's got 4 starts now with a 2.5 ERA. He faced the Twins. They got some boppers. He faced the Rays now. They'll hit you. So that's some magic going. So if we're looking at Sale versus Cole wild card game, I hope it's in the Bronx.
That would be amazing.
That's what we're headed towards.
That's what it's lining
Yeah, we
up.
are.
Well,
I just hope it's in the Bronx, not Fenway.
Yeah, Boston fans. Yeah, they'd be saying it's at Fenway Pack. Hopefully, excuse me. Schwarbo has been doing big things for the Red Sox. He's got a 1 OPS with them, and that's where I truly do believe in team identities, and I've said this a couple times on here. The Red Sox, you got to pitch enough. Any baseball team, you got to pitch enough to win, but that lineup has to scare you. And when they were in their funk, it just wasn't happening in the lineup. With Schwarbo now, Renfroe, I think he had a crazy August. Doogie turning it on. His numbers were starting to get to you're a better player than this, and I think he's finally hit his stretch. That Boston lineup should scare you day in, day out. And what you're saying with your rear view stuff, Jim, with them, if that offense turns on, that becomes, if we're having a playoff discussion and you're giving, I didn't like the Phillies matching up with the Brewers because I think their strengths are just better, the same strengths but better. The Red Sox, we would say that lineup has to lead them. And they can, man. That lineup can win a series when Schwarbo, Doogie, Mookie Betts. Okay, that was mean by me. Renfroe, Devers, JD. When they all turn it on, Bobby Dahlback had a big month. Sox up is what I say.
You like the Sox. I know they're more spread out, but if you go pound for pound, 4 best guys in the lineup, are you still taking the Sox?
4 best guys in the Sox lineup.
Yeah. Heart of the lineup.
Against anyone else's top best 4?
No, against the Yankees.
Not if Judge and Stanton are hitting like they're hitting right now.
Judge, Stanton. Who else is in the
Are the
meet
Yankees
there?
playing Voit? Who are the Yankees' best 4? Judge, Stanton, Voit.
Right now, it's
do
Voit.
They play him?
Rizzo.
If
you're just saying
Rizzo,
who the best
Gallo?
are, it's those 2, Rizzo, Gallo.
I mean, it's Voit, but
hitting
they're
the
being
best
assholes to him.
Voit.
Yeah.
It's Judge. It's Judge, Stanton, Voit, and even
Voit, Rizzo.
Yeah, I mean, you have Rizzo and Gallo, but I'd still put Rizzo. He's such a hard at bat. But it's pretty even. But Judge and Stanton are having insane years.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have checked in on the OPS pluses or the numbers that those guys are putting up right now. But.
Yeah. And Red Sox, Devers, Xander, JD, and Schwarbo. If those 4 are, I can go with anyone.
I can't wait. I'm going to be in New York for that.
Come out. Book a ticket right now, you bitch.
Yeah.
I will. I don't book these freaking tickets. Where's behind the scenes bill?
BTS
Better be
bill.
first class this time. You kidding
Show me your meat.
You only get to go first class if you're bringing so much luggage.
Tell
that
them you're bringing a
dictates
bunch
it.
of bags.
Yeah, that's why we got first class because we were bringing.
Check 2 bags.
Well, my contract is up. We're going to have to renegotiate.
Ooh, we're doing it
behind
live.
the scenes bill.
First class
Let's do it-
only.
let's
That's
do it
his
live.
request. I will only fly first class. Well, we're into a Sprinter van. You drive across.
Come across with Husey.
I'll do that.
The boys.
Only if it's just me and Zach.
Oh.
What if we got Talkin' Baseball listeners to drive you? Like, we have a California listener bring you, like Nate Steele, okay? He's going to bring you to Colorado, or he'll bring you to Nebraska, right? Then Bubak will pick you up. He'll bring you to maybe Colorado first with Cam and Bubak, and you get passed over and over, and you just, we have a Talkin' Baseball listener.
Okay, I like to travel in silence. I'm not a big talker when I travel, so that would be like not great. But if they were willing to just kind of sit there and listen to some podcasts, I'm in.
Okay. Cool.
Good for the Red Sox winning those final 2 games.
Yankees go on a slide. Yeah. They hit into 5 double plays in 7 innings. The most amount of double plays a team can possibly hit into in 7 innings is 7, and the Yankees hit into 5. Insane. They just stopped stealing. Kluber came back. Tyone's had a rough 4 starts now. Angels put the pressure on. Angels bullpen date him. And then you know what? Like those double plays, some of them were Fletch turning nice double plays.
That was cool.
It wasn't just hitting into weak double plays. There are a couple where it was like, fuck, I don't think some other teams make those. So good job by Fletcher and the Angels. Also hit Cole pretty well.
BBD, you had a great tweet about the double plays, didn't you? You had a tweet go viral a little bit.
Oh, Gallo. He's hit into 12 career double plays. 4 of them are in the last week now, but in a 4-game window.
12 career? How does that even happen?
Trev.
I guess he gets
Gallo.
Strike out, hit the ball in the air, run real fast.
Yeah. But he only has 1 sack fly in his whole career.
Yeah.
Gallo's stats are bizarre.
That's insane.
Yeah, you look at the right side of his baseball reference page, and it's just there's
so
many questions.
After a full year of watching Joey Gallo next year, because I don't trust Rangers fans right now, I'm gonna report to everyone whether he's a plus or minus in a lineup, because I think it's up for grabs.
I think it's a plus. It's just how much. We don't know if it's.
You guys are insane. Of course, it's a plus to the lineup. Over 162, get out of here.
Okay, I take it back.
Whether
Over
you actively
162,
enjoy him.
Whether 162 is a plus, whether the everyday helpfulness is really lost.
His defense is really good.
You guys are gonna love him in hot stretches and hate him in cold stretches.
If he's a bad pitch masher, that's what I'm actually really curious about. Bad pitcher masher. Okay. It seems right now like if he faces a reliever that's not good, he'll hit a homer. But if he faces a stud, he'll strike out or he'll walk.
Okay.
I haven't made a decision. I'm letting you know. I don't trust Rangers fans because they say he's
Trev,
great.
can I ask you a question?
Defense is good.
Defense is great.
Been a big topic in Yankee land and like an outsider's take. Did the Yanks have any shot at the Rays? 6.5 back.
No.
Okay. No. I agree. Yankee fans don't like hearing that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to be in the wild card. Now you just have to hope that you hold on to it in the Bronx.
Being in the wild card
you don't want to go to
isn't
Oakland.
a given. Like, losing those 4 games in a row should have scared fans a lot. So, and the Yankees themselves, because it's the Yankees making the wild card isn't a given. I hope they're in there. They should be. It would be at this point.
You would bet on it at this point, but
yes, but it's not a given. They have to keep. They were playing a different brand of baseball when they won 13 in a row, and then they stopped playing that brand of baseball.
They're in it. They're going to be in the wild card. I mean, I guess unless they could just be looking right at Boston and Oakland. I guess you could see that, but either place you don't want to go play. Don't want to go to the Coliseum. Do not want to go to Fenway.
Yeah.
Need it in the Bronx.
You'd rather go to Fenway than the Coliseum.
A's win 2 out of 3 against Detroit, which they needed to do. Man, they've got a. I'll tell you, Jakey predictions, favorite segment of the show. The most highlights from a series this weekend will come from Toronto and the Athletics. Man, 2 teams battling. Toronto back against the cliff. They're 5 games out of the wild card right now. And the A's are fighting to stay in it as well. That's going to be a scrappy. I wouldn't be surprised if 2 out of 3 games have late comebacks.
Docked.
Okay.
It's locked in.
Lock that in, Daniel.
I saw a picture of Marcus Semien and Chris Davis out at dinner with Tony Kemp.
Whoops.
That made me happy.
Hot.
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill those 3 guys.
Who are the three?
Tony Kemp, Simeon. Obviously, you're marrying Simeon. I don't think there's any.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're marrying Simeon. You're effing Davis, and you're killing Tony Kemp.
What? It's my Vandy short king. I might marry Kemp.
Well, you're gonna have really short babies.
Yeah.
Well, that's a given.
But our pictures were gonna look
how does
similarly heighted.
How does that change from what he's having now? Who's taller, Kemp or Jess?
I have seen them in the same room once, but
everyone was horizontal.
Well, who's your FMK?
By the way, actually, this is kind of a hilarious story. I was watching an A's game this year, and Tony Kemp was up, and Jess goes, "Hey, it's Tony," because she was at Vandy at the same time as him. They took classes together, and I was just like, "Get out of here!"
That's really funny.
Yeah. So,
ask her who's taller,
funny.
Me or Tony, or her or Tony?
Everyone involved.
Did the bird eat that snake?
Ask Jess, FMK, Simeon, Tony, and Chris.
They're all pretty hot.
Say Simeon, Tony, and you.
I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be in
Just
there.
ask her.
I don't like how that ends for me.
Nice picture right there.
Hey, that's Tony. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Will you guys answer the question, though? You're avoiding it. I don't like it.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to answer.
What question?
I answered it.
I know you did.
Who's the third? It's
Chris Davis, Tony Kemp, and Simeon. Simeon is hot. I said that before.
I feel
he's
like
got
Chris
extra in a
Davis is the
movie vibe.
easiest fuck.
Ooh, really?
I've got him as my M.
Go big or go home with Chris
Why? Because he's
Davis.
so consistent.
Consistency. I think he probably has made the most money. Maybe in a year, it's Simeon. They're all nice dudes.
I'm marrying Simeon, fucking Davis, and killing Kemp.
You guys both killed Kemp?
I'm saving him for you. You and Jess.
I think Kemp would be great.
Yeah, I don't want to kill KD.
A lot of energy.
I like being Simeon's fuckboy. Welcome to Talkin' Baseball. This is, who is it? Crop of Penguins' first show?
I think
First
it was
live show?
Puddle of Penguins or something like that.
Yeah.
Huddle of Penguins.
All right.
No, the Penguins left. They were not. They were
Any
gone.
other
Actually, I like the
Baseball?
audio
That's why I
only
saw
version
them
of this much better. They bowed out.
I'm not coming
These
back for
guys
this.
are ugly.
Anything
I like
else in
listening
here?
later when I can skip a part.
Yeah.
Indians are starting their hype train for next year with their young pitching doing it again, but
Okay, we good?
that's it, I think.
Shout out Tristan McKenzie.
Hot. He's been lights out.
He's been lights out.
We both said lights out.
bad.
Nice, dude. Sorry.
I feel like we missed somebody. Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Let me go through this again.
As Jim gets prepped for the interleague.
No, we did it. We
We have a lot of takes on you said before the show.
All right, here we go. Time for the interleague recap. There were 3 interleague sets. How about that? The Pirates and the White Sox teamed up to play 2 games, and the White Sox won both of them. Giolito and Rodon on the mound for the Southsiders. Only 3 Pirates players record 2 hits. Ho-ho! Gross. The Cubs swept the Twins in a 2-game set. Davies versus Grant, Steele versus Ryan. I believe that was today, so it doesn't count as this series, but there's a fun walk-off. Never mind. Rangers and Rockies. Rangers took 2 out of 3. Here's your IL. Only thing that matters here is that the White Sox swept the Pirates, and the White Sox have the most locked-up division in all of baseball, so even that does not matter. From a team and standing conversation, none of these are worthwhile, which brings us to candidates.
Just one thing that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Cole Tucker
Yes.
back on the Pirates, and he had a 2-hit day the other day. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I also had one thing to say.
What is it?
Whoever the idiots were, they were throwing Skittles from the bleachers at our guy Ian Happ in Minnesota. Stop.
I didn't hear about this.
I talked to Joe Mauer, and he said he's very disappointed
Wow.
in you guys.
In us?
If you know Minnesota, that means a lot.
Oh.
Joe, disappointed in you young kids throwing Skittles at Ian Happ. Don't do that again. That's brutal.
Did Hap get hit with Skittles? I missed all of this.
Yeah, he said he felt like it was like a pellet gun. Like he kind of like hurt him. He said they were throwing it from the bleachers.
Pellet gun?
I talked to him last night. So do I need to roll some heads out there in that, man? He said, dude, that actually kind of hurt.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I don't like that either.
Yeah. So, and I also think if this was like in Boston or New York, we'd make such a bigger deal of it. Like,
That's actually,
although they don't throw Skittles.
that's actually kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Because, Twins fans are like, oh, the nicest crowd in the world, Midwest nice. And they are, for the most part.
Yeah.
But those certain fans, like Twins fans act like the Randy Dobnak Uber chants were the meanest thing that's ever happened to a human in the world, and they won't ever let it go at all. They're like, you chant Uber at a player. So if this was Yankees fans or Reds fans, Twins fans would be using this as ammo nonstop.
They'd be pissed.
So I'm making it my
Buxton,
personal mission to turn this into batteries at Santa Claus. Philadelphia sports fans, you will always know Twins fans throw Skittles at players. It will represent all of Minnesota fans across all 4 sports. They're terrible people, and they throw food at opponent players. Twins fans, you're now number 1 worst fan base in the world. In your face. Canadips.
Ian Happ 1.1 OPS over the last 18 games. Whoops.
Whoops. Those single Twins fans represent the entire city now, forever. That's bad. That sucks. Sucks when that happens.
Do we still have some in the office?
We have a
dipper.
We have a ton.
Is anyone listening out there? If you want to go, I don't feel bad if you don't want to.
Is this show on in the live main audience? If it is, Jake would like.
I'm throwing a dipper the rest
Jake
of the
would
way.
like a little pouch. Canadips.
I'm gonna need a cup too.
Canadips is super excited to share with you a product that is an absolute game changer. As you know, chewing tobacco is a rite of passage when it comes to baseball. However, times change and it is 2021. We aren't going to promote sunflower seeds or coffee grinds. This is a new company out of Humboldt County, California, that have created a tobacco and nicotine-free dip alternative with CBD that tastes great and really works. They have mastered a discreet and fast-acting way to consume CBD and has provided it in a format that can help you evolve your dip. The pouches are versatile and effective, and they allow you to live on the edge, enjoy feeling your lower lip. Canadip CBD is offering our listeners a great deal. They're so confident you will love the dips, and you will want to offer 20% off site-wide to help power you and your favorite squad to the playoffs. Head to CanadipCBD.com and use promo code BASEBALL for 20% off site-wide and become a hero with Canadips. These Canadip CBD pouches are all natural, spitless, and are great to use whenever and wherever. No tobacco, no nicotine, full flavor experience designed for your enjoyment, and at 20% off with code BASEBALL. Why wait? Grab the Canadips California roll at Canadips.com, promo code BASEBALL for 20% off. You got that, so Jake's going to put it in. There's just a handwritten note up there I want you to read just for safetyness.
Oh, yeah. Oh, big time.
Okay. All right, and that's going to bring
I'm going
us...
tropical mango, and that's obvious.
Yeah. Yes.
People look at me and think tropical mango.
I think you look at yourself and think, I'm a tropical storm.
Should we get Chadwick on?
Get Chadwick on. Anyone that knows Chadwick, reach out, tell him I like what he's about, all that I've known already. Okay.
Is Dad going?
Standout performances. Trev. You're second.
No, I'm not up.
You're second.
You're second.
Trev, you're second.
Just a reminder.
Just quietly wait because Jake has the leadoff spot.
Fellas, I got someone I'm excited to talk about today. I'm giving my standout to Paul Goldschmidt. Paul had a 2-homer game in a 7-inning ball game, in a game the Cardinals needed. They had to win this series to stay alive. They were playing the Cincinnati Reds. Goldie hits 2 yackers. I love Paul Goldschmidt. I'm a Flash guy. We all know that. My tropical mango vibes. We know that. We all know how good non-Flash guys are. If you're not flashy at all and you just live that life, it's better than being flashy. It's not a discussion. Paul Goldschmidt.
Don't try to discuss it, Trev. That's not a discussion.
Don't try to discuss that. Paul Goldschmidt may be the least flashy baseball player in league history. And we need to appreciate how goddamn good he is. I don't think we've talked about his stats all year. He's got a 4.6 WAR.
Mm-hmm.
46?
I didn't know that. Wow.
4.6 WAR. That's like, one of the best seasons going. That's what, top 10 NL MVP type year.
Is that F or B?
This is B.
Boo.
He's got a lot of bold on his player page. Go check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Career 908 OPS guy. Man, I don't think he's been as good as he was in Arizona. He was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight All-Star games. OPS, he's got a 1 dot year in there, second in the MVP. Dude plays a Gold Glove caliber first base. He's got 3 of those in the bag. Whoops. And man, I told you guys, Big Bird episode for me. Keep going Goldie. Like, what other players in the league, if he has a nice final month, he's gonna finish over 5 WAR on the season. Who knows? Can he get 5.5, 6 if he goes nuts this month? How many guys can go under the radar for a really good baseball franchise and have this kind of season? It's not much, just because we've been so broken by how casually good Paul Goldschmidt is, and he deserves more love. So I'm giving it to Goldie.
Okay. Only a 3.6 F WAR.
I read up on that, the differences.
Explain it to me. I may understand it afterwards. I probably
Explain it to
won't.
me like I'm 8.
B WAR, they just use different metrics to like tally everything. So B WAR would be more results oriented, where F WAR would be like more of like your FIP. So projected stuff.
So we're B WAR.
So I'm a B WAR guy out here acting like an F WAR guy?
Yeah.
I think so. I think you're definitely more B WAR. I'm more of an F WAR guy.
I feel like the guy who
like
saw himself in the
Baseball
mirror
Reference.
without a beard for
I
the
can't
first
believe
time.
you just dropped that, dude.
Like you just really sent me inward.
It was bothering me yesterday.
A lot of
so I looked it
self-reflection.
up. I never go on Fangraphs. Very seldomly do I go on Fangraphs. On Baseball Savant and Baseball Reference. But I think F4 is more indicative of like your true player value. Takes away luck.
I'm a B WAR guy.
I'm a B WAR guy.
Yeah.
This
is huge.
Sounds like B WAR for evaluating what a player did. Maybe F WAR if you're trying to project a little bit is nice.
You know what makes perfect sense? Because that's what the difference between Baseball Reference and Fangraphs is. Yeah. I've been out here just talking so much trash to B WAR. And now I owe a lot of people apologies.
Yeah, you do. My B WAR is much higher than my F WAR, so I should actually like B WAR.
You project terribly at this point. You haven't played in forever. You just lost 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Oof.
Don't look at your projections.
Goldschmidt, I was going to say Bo Mel loves him because he went to Cal. Did not go to Cal. I have no idea why I thought about it. Like why I had that in my mind about him. But how about an 8th rounder out of high school? Go Diamondbacks.
Morgan in the chat. Dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say things. He said we need a J WAR. And how much do...
We got that. We'll talk about it after.
We can easily do
How much do the top people at Fangraphs and Baseball Reference make? And how much can I pay both of them to steal them away from those websites? And then...
I think we got the people in-house. We can make a J WAR.
And then we make a J WAR.
You just make the formulation up. Like you say, I want to use this stat for offense, these 3 stats for defense. Because they just use different
I'm just
stats.
now realizing that if we wanted to, we could just make the new thing.
Yes, we are.
We need to talk to Foolish about this. He's much more like
He can
in
get
tune with
involved.
all this stuff.
J WAR's going to be so cool.
Paul Goldschmidt career B WAR.
70,000?
It's high.
I'm looking at it.
J WAR is going to be complete. It's going to be like a different currency.
49.1.
Yeah.
We're going to have a separate site called J WAR Converter, and it's going to be like, all right, well, 243,000 J WAR equals 7 B WAR.
I like that. We should just multiply whatever we get by 10 so it looks cooler.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
big number.
Yeah,
that's obvious.
Just whatever
I think
the
that's how
metric
yen
is.
works.
That's obvious. Who's your guys?
I am
standout?
looking at Fangraphs page for Trevor Plouffe.
I think so.
The Steamer does have Trevor projected for 9.8 walk percentage this year. You're going to strike out in 30.7% of at-bats and have a 264 BABIP. I don't know how they project BABIP.
That's tough, dude. BBD, get mine on there while Trev gives out his standout.
Yeah, guys, my standout performance will go to our guy, Nick Castellanos. Goes 2 for 3 with the 2 home runs, 6 ribbies, and a freaking walk. We were talking about it pre-show. Put the stats aside. Actually, no, let's talk about the stats real quick. On the year, I don't know if you guys have seen this.
Okay.
954 OPS?
Yeah.
Like, we're doing it here. He's having an excellent year. He's hitting 319, 376 OBP. But it seems like Castellanos has a little extra, the 6th tool, if you will. He always comes out on the right side of these controversies. Whenever his name is in the press, like, he gets the better end of it. The Bobby Manfred thing, he didn't have to say a word. He had the fan talk crap to Bobby. He just stood there like this. Hilarious. And then this was he was using a bat. It looked like he slammed the shit out of it on the steps or something, because the end of it was completely blown up. Like the cup, like half of the cup was gone. But he's using this bat. It felt good to him. Hit some homers. I think it was Schilt had him check it. And instead of like giving the bat to some dude to sell it at the stadium or putting it away, he's like, all right, he just gives it to a kid in the stands. Once you do that, you're golden. You could basically do anything you want. You give something to a kid in the stands, you're the guy. So shout out Nick Castellanos. He just always looks good.
How did I describe him? I said he's the most quiet and humble while also being flashy and sexy guy. Like, if you were to had a scale and you were like, well, let's see his flashy and sexy meter, swag, whatever, to his humble and quiet meter, and they'd level out, and you'd be like, I've never seen this before.
I've never seen this before.
He's definitely swaggy. Like, he's got a lot of confidence. I think that's what it just is. He's just very confident, like real confidence. I like that.
Okay. Jake's got to leave for a little bit. Did you bow out yet to refresh your stuff?
Do? No, I'll do that now.
So it's just a solo show for a little bit?
Do your stand-up by yourself.
That's sign language for poop, and that's what Jake's going to do. My standout performance is Gerrit Cole, because he had 15 strikeouts in this game against the Angels, 15 miles away from where he grew up with a lot of friends and loved ones in town. Yankees were on a 4-game losing streak, and they needed a stopper. They needed their ace to do ace things. He went out there, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 15 strikeouts, which is the most amount of strikeouts of hitters we've had this season. Two other pitchers have 15 strikeouts on the year, DeGrom and Woodruff, but they're in the NL and they each got to strike out a pitcher. I think Woodruff struck out 2 pitchers and DeGrom struck out 1 pitcher. So really just 14 strikeouts of hitters for DeGrom and 13 for Woodruff. So no pitcher has struck out 15 MLB hitters in a single game besides Gerrit Cole. So stand-up performance. Great job. Imagine if he had a pitcher.
How many 16 times did Ohtani strike out?
I don't even.
I can double
I don't know,
check.
but he
got him at least once.
Ohtani's one of the best hitters in the game.
Did he strike him out twice? I believe he did.
Yeah, he might have struck him out twice.
Because he's half a pitcher, so then it would.
No, he was 0 pitcher in this game. He's actually on his. Ohtani, the pitcher, is on the IL.
I'd say he's half pitcher, half hitter.
Ohtani, 3 strikeouts in the game. Don't know if all of them were against
no!
Cole.
So actually puts him down to 13.5 strikeouts against position players. So your whole award is screwed up.
Don't know if they were all against Cole.
Not against position players. You know, I think Cole only got him twice, actually.
Then he's tied.
Ohtani struck out in the 1st and 3rd. Those are both against Cole, and he struck out in the 6th. All 3 against Cole.
I will say this:
In
Cole's
your face,
nasty.
Cole.
What happened that one start where like he was so bad after sticky stuff?
I don't remember that.
He's had like 2 just stinkers. But
you mean when he was saying the ball, it's like super windy?
After the enforcement came down, he had a few bad starts, and people were saying, "Oh, the Yankees paid for Pittsburgh Pirate Cole." But since then, he's been absolutely dominant.
Yeah, he had a stinker against the Rays.
He had
been
2
really
games in June that were 5 innings, 5 runs, and he had that one real bad start against the Rays. Everything else has been good. There's a Mets start where he was bad.
Jake, what?
I told Jim pre-show it was gonna happen. I'm a quick pooper and I poop off.
I can't believe
you get out what you got to get out and move on.
When I gotta go.
Oh yeah,
I'll poop anywhere.
It's sketchy how quick he poops.
You're like a child. Yeah, you're like a child. You hold it so you have to just go and boom.
Oh yeah, I put myself in bad situations often.
Yeah. And he's also been granola kid over here just farting away.
So much granola.
I can't
stop
you put that
eating
Canna
it.
dip in. That's
Dude, have you ever had Pliables granola?
I'm just pounding coffee and dippers over here.
Have you ever had Pliables granola?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's candy.
Yeah.
Because the granola you have, the Bare Naked, that's that granola.
They can push the lines. I'm not always a bare naked guy.
Yes, you are.
Not always, no.
You like being naked.
I'm always bare naked.
Yes.
But I'm not always free ad. BB's thinking about it.
Such a stupid one.
Oh, we got breaking news?
Judge had an error turned into a hit, so his batting average is above 300 on the season. Dan's really...
Did Dan just tweet? Dude, he was at 299.
Yeah, he's at 301 now.
Huge.
What?
He went 299 to 301.
What error did they change?
There's an E5 on August 31st that just got changed.
Love
Dan's
that.
been tracking it every day for 3 days.
That was actually a tough error.
I don't remember
Not
what
that
it
that's
was.
important for this show. He ripped it right at Phil Gosselin, and it like went off him to left field. But it was a shot.
When Trev asked about the top 4 hitters, and I was saying like Judge and Sander playing so well, I had the numbers up, and I was about to read Judge's line to Trev in the audience, be like, I want people to realize how good he is, but it was 299, so I just bowed out because I was like, I love being able to say his on base starts with his batting average starts with a 3, his on base, and it didn't. So now I should have said it.
Baseball Reference hasn't updated that yet, but
yeah, they do their updates at like 4 a.m.
I think it's just the morning. This morning they were slow.
J Baseball will be a little quicker on the updates.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think I have to leave again.
Yeah, get out of here, dude.
It's me.
We got Slump Watch, Jake. 5 guys were put on. 5 guys may be coming.
And the San Diego Padres.
And the entire San Diego Padres team. BBD, who are the potential new additions?
It's me.
The potential add-ons: Jose Ramirez, 0 for 11, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Our guy Joey Gallo, 0 for 10, 2 walks, 3 Ks in his series. Mitch Haniger, 0 for 11, a walk and 3 Ks. Salvi, after he hit all those homers, 1 for 12, hit by pitch, which I always like is the inclusion in here, 5 Ks. And Yordan Alvarez, 1 for 11, an RBI, 2 walks, 4 Ks. The series before he was really hot. And then, bad series.
Tough break for Yordan. All right, so some housekeeping here. Max Muncy. He's off. 4 for 12 with 2 homers. A triple?
Oh, I like that.
Muncy hit a triple?
Fast.
Give me the footage.
Jimmy's going to find the Max Muncy footage. He's clean off. Jim, I'm going to make an executive decision and take Mookie clean off. He only had 2 hits, but both were homers. So his slugging was 800 over the series. So that's enough impact for me. He's
2
off.
walks too, so the OBP is in a decent spot.
Oh,
Joey Votto's coming off.
Dude, Max Muncy hit a triple off Max Fried. I hate when 2 Maxes go at it like that. If there's ever a name that they kind of need to like stick together, it's Maxes.
That's tough.
I don't like that.
Joey
feels like it's a mile away.
That's the audio.
That's the audio.
Oh, my God. A hanging curve. Absolutely blasts it to dead center field. Oh, no. That's just that's a mental error or like an error by route.
E by R.
They need to update something. I don't know. Like error by route needs to be something. It'd be a tough catch, but he's there well before it comes.
Like if he gets a perfect route, he catches that.
And that was
easily.
Jock in Dodger Stadium.
That's a little, I don't know. Jock, come on now. You're suspect.
It's a little flawed, but that's kind of how you got to score that, right?
Kind of. Well, there's some.
Yeah.
Like, did they give Defoe an error last night?
Well,
Then everything
Defoe.
feels like it's a mile away.
Anyways.
I don't know if we've crossed this bridge before, but Max Muncy is a Maxwell Muncy. Max Fried is just Max.
Max.
Based on the two places I looked.
Okay.
So I'm taking that as its word.
Joey Votto was on. He's also coming off. He had a Joey Votto series, 2 for 7, 4 walks, so a 5.45 on base, and an amazing Rose rotation episode. It's a must listen. JOMBOY's Reds are killing it.
Good app.
Good job, Joey Votto.
What are you doing with your Padres, Jim?
Well, you guys gave me the update. The stats here say that as a team, they had 12 extra base hits and 5 home runs and 10 walks in these 3 games. So offensively, I think they're off.
My heart wants to leave them.
Your heart wants to leave them?
I'm interested.
They play Houston next?
I think they're in Colorado.
No,
that's the Braves.
Braves are.
Where are the Fathers playing? Father.
I thought we just did it. I thought it was Houston, 2 in L.A., then the Dodgers.
I think you're
and the
right.
Giants.
I think you're right. Yes. Houston. Area, Urquidy, Framber, and Luis Garcia.
Hosting Houston.
Sure. We'll keep him on. Someone in the chat said that I was never a Padres fan when I said I put him in the rear view. And I was. I used to tell everyone, if you're getting into baseball, be a Padres fan right now. They're the hottest, hippest, coolest team.
Sexy.
So hip. Do you have that soundbite?
They're
so hip.
So hip.
They're
We wanted to
so
split that
hip.
into a couple bites.
It's really good.
New
All
York
right.
is so hip.
So Muncy's off. The Padres stay. Votto's off. Teoscar, he's off.
Off. That's enough, right?
That's enough.
3
And
for
you took
11
Mookie
double.
off?
I took Mookie off. His 2 hits were homers.
So the only person staying is the entire Padres.
The Padres. So we need to add 4.
Jose Ramirez.
Joey Gallo, for me, is the number 1 on. We've been
Yeah.
watching Joey. He's a little in his head right now. And reminder, Slump Watch is to get these guys off Slump Watch. They're playing the Orioles in the stadium. Joey might have a huge weekend. Jose Ramirez, I've got on. He just made JM.
All JM team.
All JM team as the third baseman for the first time. You can't start slumping now.
Yeah,
Got to
yeah.
finish the year strong.
And you know what? I've taken a couple jabs at the overhype for Salvi Perez.
Yeah.
But he is having a fantastic season as a catcher, even though he doesn't even lead all catchers in his league in some slash lines. But let's get him hot again. I don't like to see that.
Exactly what I was going to say. He just got people being like, I got to think about him for more awards stuff. And
When we did the all JM team and Zunino had some higher slash lines and stuff, and there were some people that heard that and were like, what? Because the way people are talking about his season is like it's the best catching season ever. Sometimes overhype's bad. That's why we say Jake sucks. He's always beating expectations.
Coming low. Pick it up slow. I'm putting Jordan on there, too, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a team that matters.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Trev, come back.
Come back. Give him the final 5, Jim.
Final 5 is Salvador Perez, Yordan Alvarez, Jose Ramirez, Joey Galez, and the Padres.
Padres.
The Padres.
Are you going to the Padres game tonight?
That's fun. It's fun.
You ever been to a Padres game? It's fun.
Every night, it's just different.
Are you guys drinking tonight? Girl me and Jimmy went to college with used to like ask us that on like Mondays. We'd be like, no. She's like the only one on campus out drinking us.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we were Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday strong. And it'd be like
Wednesday, senior year.
Yeah, Wednesday. like a Monday, and she'd just walk over to our house and say, "Are you guys drinking tonight?" And we'd be like, "No." And
No.
It sounds like you shouldn't either.
Get out of here.
What's up, Trev?
Nice girl.
Yeah, you're snail.
Shout out.
Yeah, it was like that.
Shout out to that girl.
Yeah.
Let's get Fuego on it.
Tell him, Simon. Oh, my audio's
Tell
on.
him, Simon.
Dirt nasties on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
Great song, huh? Jim, there's a couple guys on this list. The first two, I don't know. I don't have a big book on them.
You wouldn't.
Harold Castro and Derek Hill.
Yep.
6 for 12, 2 homers each. Good for them. Hand up. What team is Derek Hill on?
Derek Hill?
I believe he's on the Tigers. He's on one of the Tigers or Twins because we have a
They're
note
both
that
Tigers,
both of them
right?
include
They're
Tigers.
both
Twins, like,
Tigers, and
game.
they
I
got
think
like
they're
the
both
same
Tigers.
vibe to them.
I knew Harold Castro was. I did not know Derek Hill.
Look, there's Harold Castro,
Yep.
and there's Derek Hill.
Yeah, their pictures are kind of funny next to each other.
Yes.
It's like he grew out the beard.
Did you do a California accent?
Well, we were talking about going to the Padres game for a little bit.
I don't think that's a California accent. That's just.
I'm not sure what
That's
is.
just vocal fry.
Just annoying girl
Yeah.
accent.
Paul Goldschmidt, love my birds. He's on this list. Yep, 3 homers. Vladito, can always talk about him. 3 homers. Ahmed Rosario, that dude deserves some love. He's been really turning it on. I think he's got like 5 4-hit games or something like that. Leody Taveras, he'll be at the Padres game. 5 for 11, 2 homers. Big Aaron Judge. Jim told you about that guy. His numbers might have just increased.
Yeah.
I think he just went from 6 for 11 to 7 for 11, so that's huge. Nate Lowe, the big Rangers first baseman. We haven't talked about him in a minute. Looked like he had a big week, 6 for 11, couple extra basers. How's his year look?
He went through some tough times, but he's back now.
That's
Every
huge.
time I see Brandon or Nate, Low and
Yeah.
Lau, I got to double check. It's
Brandon Lau because it's
Be Loud.
Be Loud. That's how I remember it.
Be loud is
You want to
loud.
get loud, you got to be loud.
Gotta be
Okay.
loud.
I'm Brandon Lau.
Ahmed Rosario on the
And
season.
Nate Lowe because he bats lower in the lineup than Lau. That's how I remembered it.
Ahmed Rosario, 4 4-hit games and a 5-hit game, so 5 total games this season with 4 hits or more.
Those are big days at the office.
5-hit game was.
Is he out playing
3 days
Lindor
ago.
this year?
Get you wet.
what's the Dan thing?
Okay.
With the jersey, the Gleyber
Go.
Torres, Francisco Lindor. Is that going to come to fruition?
Go further into what you're saying.
Dan, before the season, said
put a
he'd buy
tweet
anyone
out.
who retweeted a jersey if Gleyber had a higher WAR than Lindor, I believe.
The Gleyber's been out all year, right?
I thought it was if Lord Lindor had a higher WAR than Gleyber. How many retweets did that get? Like 2,000?
Couple. Got a couple.
Gleyber, well, B-WAR
Oh, boy.
gives Gleyber 0.9. Lindor got to be more than that.
Yeah, Lindor's kind of having a good WAR year just because he's really good defensively.
2.3. Okay, so he's all right.
Good job, Ahmed Rosario.
The tweet from March 31st. I will buy everyone who retweets this a Gleyber Torres jersey when he has a higher WAR than Francisco Lindor this year. So he's gone. Lindor's got a higher WAR, right?
He doesn't. Yeah, he
just
does.
WAR.
He doesn't
Lindor
have to
has a
buy
higher
any
WAR.
So
jerseys.
Dan's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a
But there
while,
was a
Gleyber had Lindor beat.
Yeah.
And it was getting like a little nervous because Lindor was having a bad year for a while.
2,222 retweets. How much does that jersey cost? $80?
No,
If
there was
Lindor
there
goes-
was a week in the office where we were like,
We're gonna have to find a
we
workaround.
might have to figure a solution out.
177 grand.
I don't think Dan's got that.
If Gleyber
Laying
plays
around.
all of September really well, and Lindor is meh,
Could have gotten mini
it's
jerseys.
going to get a conversation again.
like
Mini jerseys.
foosball player
I still
jerseys.
think that's a lot of money. Like I think
2,000 2,000 of anything is
2,000.
gonna.
Even if it's $1, that's $2,000.
Like, I think we
Nice.
would have had to reach out to like a jersey company and have them like hook up a deal.
Sponsor
and
a
maybe
video.
we
No,
pick
because
up,
I mean,
like,
to
half
ship
of
all
it.
those, there's no chance we would have done that.
I think
Dan would've just
instead
been on the
just-
street,
Dan
bro.
just says, "Sorry guys, lied."
I fucked up. Speaking of,
What?
is
Jake?
it awards time?
I think so. But you just said something that I have on the soundboard, so
Yeah.
I fucked up.
That's a hard F. Our awards brought to us by Match 5 Trivia?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Trev, have you matched 5 with us yet?
Have you ever played Match 5 Trivia, Trev?
You'd love it.
It's really easy. Oh, dude, we're doing Beach Week next week,
Yeah.
and we
We'll be
should play
playing.
a lot
We'll be playing.
because we're going down. We're staying by the beach.
Maybe we could do that as a plan.
Yeah. Trev, it's a game. It's a little bit like Family Feud, but more fun. It's awesome. We'll play around right now so everyone gets to hear it, okay? Trevor, I'm going to need you to think of 5 Minnesota Twin players, okay? Just make a mental list real quick. How the game works is you would write down the 5 that come to mind first for you.
I'm gonna write
Then
it down right
me and Jake and BBD or whoever else is playing,
Yeah.
we have to write down not the 5 that come to mind for us. We're trying to match your 5. Match 5. That's what
Match
it's
5.
called.
That's the whole
now.
game.
All right,
And then you get points. And then the host rotates. And then you do it again. You got to try and match the next host. And there's rotating points. Tell them where to buy it while Trev writes his down.
Match 5, the actual number in there, match5trivia.com. Save 15% by entering coupon code JOMBOY. JOMBOY, 15% off. It's really fun. We've been playing on JJR, and we're about to play with Trevor live. You wrote down 5 twins.
I'm ready.
Well, okay. Did you write down Trevor Plouffe?
No.
No? Okay, I would have wrote down Trevor too.
I would have wrote down Trevor.
Joe Mauer. Give me Joe.
Joe Mauer's in there.
Morneau.
Morneau did not make it.
Damn.
Um,
Molitor.
He did not make it.
Kirby Puckett.
Kirby Puckett did make it.
Bert Blyleven.
Did not make it.
Nick Punto.
No.
Phil Hughes.
Nope.
You went a different route.
Who'd you put down?
So who'd you put down?
Rod Carew, Torrey Hunter, and
Yeah.
then I put one wild card just to mess you guys. Boof Bonzer.
Love that.
Nice. Well, you want points as well. So
Yeah.
during the real game, you wouldn't want to mess with us.
You would want them to match you,
Yeah.
so you both get points.
We all want points.
We have added our own caveats at time.
Yeah.
Wild card rounds, 7 picks.
Yeah.
Match 5 is really fun. Match5trivia.com, number 5. Promo code JOMBOY, 15% off.
And they have like all the
Anyone
cards.
can play.
They have all the cards, so it'll be like 5 presidents from California or 5 whatever.
And
Like,
reusing the cards can happen better because,
If
like,
it's just a different person.
Let's
is
say
the-
if we played a week later and BBD was the host. And
Yeah,
we
new
said
host.
5 twins. Now
Yeah.
you're guessing a new 5. So
yeah,
Okay.
good stuff.
yeah.
Award.
One I just pulled from our deck is to name 5 cities in Florida.
5 cities in Florida.
that
Yeah,
was a
which we're not
tough one.
playing.
Okay.
that was a tough
We're
one.
not
We did
playing.
that on JJR.
Just
I
I
think.
looked
No,
at a
we
card.
did 5 things about Florida, and Sam was the host, and it was a tiebreaker round, and she didn't say anything normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 cities. I went Miami, Orlando. Those were the first 2 I came up with.
Those both would be on my list if we were playing.
Then in my head, I went Tampa Bay.
Jacksonville?
I didn't have Jacksonville. I might have got there because I only had 4.
Technically, the full card is name 5 cities in Florida that people visit on vacation, but I didn't read the full thing because we're not playing.
My award.
Yes, Jake, give your award out.
Texas sucks. But go ahead, Jake.
Okay. Making fans down
It's
there.
me.
We're normally no free ads. They didn't have one this episode, but they've been so close to us that I had no shame in doing it. I'm giving out the Manscaped Award.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know who it's going to. So, Trev, if you want to take a stab at it.
You know who it's going to.
Yeah, I know it's going to.
Nice, dude.
It's going to B Marsh.
No.
Yeah. Trev, if you want to guess, I already got it. But you can throw a guess out there. It's going to B Marsh.
I just want Jake to give his award. That's
Okay, give your award, Jake. We've all been waiting.
I am giving out the Manscaped Award to, I don't know if this guy's in your guys' books yet. I'm not doing this as shots fired. Are you guys familiar with Rafael Marchand?
Yes, I am. Catcher for the Phillies.
Catcher for the Phillies, Trev. Yep, he's a young, handsome, strong boy, 22 years old. And I actually partially lied about part of that.
Which part?
Strong boy. He's
not strong?
In 268 games in the minors, 1,074 plate appearances in the minor leagues, he has 0 home runs. Listed 5'9" catcher.
0 minor league home runs?
In 19 major league games, my guy has 2 homers.
Let's go. He's catching a lot right now.
Because guess what? Rafael Marchand ain't about the bushes. He's about the show. I want to read those numbers again. 1,074 plate appearances in the minors. No home runs. 0. 54 major league plate appearances. He's got 2. My guy, short king, Rafael Marchand, not about the bush life. He's about the show, baby.
When did he hit his... Did he hit one yesterday?
So he hit one, I believe, yesterday, or in the Nats series.
That would be 1. So he's got 1 in his career.
He had 1 last year, too.
Oh, okay. The one he hit off Corbin in this Nats series was like a bomb, too.
Yeah,
like
baby.
A 2-0 fastball, he just jumped. You know what Pete Rose says? Easiest place to hit is in the major leagues, Trev. They got the backdrops for you.
Backdrops, lights.
Everything's manicured.
Pitchers know where the ball's
Pitchers
going.
can locate. Do you agree with that sentiment at all, that Pete Rose? It's a famous Pete Rose quote.
I think if you're a guy that is good enough to play in the big leagues, then yeah, it is the easiest place to hit because your skill level matches, and then all those things happen. But if you're not, the skill level crushes all those other things. If that makes any sense.
If you're a big leaguer, you'll feel more comfortable hitting in a big league ballpark.
Yes.
Like even if you get, that's why sometimes guys go get sent down and they struggle.
Yeah, there's an interesting thing. It was like, it's not 3A, 4A, and then MLB's 5A. Somebody had this quote. I saw it on Twitter. They're like, Albert Pujols in his heyday was playing at 75A. Like it's not one step up. It's whatever. We talked about how hard hitting is. Anyways, my award.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 2 small silly awards, then a serious award. Okay.
3 awards for
number
Trev.
1. My first award goes to myself for battling this norovirus. I still don't even feel like a human, so shout out to me for partaking in today's Talking Baseball. I just love it so much. I can't wait for Friday's stimulation. I'm very excited about that. My second award goes to Sandy Alderson, who in 1 year's time has 3 jobs with the Mets front office. Like, I don't understand. Like, he's the GM, the president, and then something else. Fucking shout out Sandy Alderson for stepping in. He's like, what's that guy in Game of Thrones? Littlefinger. Chaos is a ladder, baby. Let's go.
He'll be in left field soon.
My actual award is a little bit deeper. You guys saw all the flooding pictures, the Somerset Patriots, the AA affiliate of the Yankees.
Yeah.
The whole stadium flooded, which is obviously horrendous. And there was a lot of loss there. A lot of the players on the team, we know how minor leaguers aren't taken care of. We know that. They were on the road. A lot of these guys live in hotels, so when they go on the road, they pack their cars up with their shit and they leave. Well, all their cars got flooded too. A lot of stuff is lost. I'm hoping the Yankees step up and do something, but I also want to give a shout out to a website that does a lot for minor leaguers in general, and they're kind of leading the way with donations to the Somerset Patriots. It's adoptaminorleaguer.com. Go there, check it out if you like it. If you have any sort of feelings towards the Yankees or just, in general, people that have kind of suffered some of this loss, go ahead and go to adoptaminorleaguer.com and check it out. Maybe make a donation. I know I'm going to do that today. So tugging on the heartstrings a little bit, but it hit home, man. Like I've seen it. I've lived it. A lot of guys live in poverty playing baseball, and it's crazy to think that. And then something like this happens, and it's not like they make a ton of money and can just buy new shit. They can't. So adoptaminorleaguer.com.
Nice, Trev.
It's very nice. Pictures of that stadium are crazy. Sad. All right. My award is the Hot Award. 2 T's for those that keep track. How funny would that be? You know how like people go to a baseball game and they keep their own scorebook? Funny. We've had people do it for us, so it has happened. People track our own awards. It's Hot Award, 2 T's. Hot in life, hot in the Manager of the Year race, hot on Jake's Twitter. Just super hot. Gabe Kapler was asked about what his rotation was going to be for this upcoming series against the Dodgers. And as only hot Gabe Kapler could, his response was, I don't anticipate a rotation. Per se. He threw a per se at the end there.
Of course he did.
Because if there's not a per se, it could be read as dumb. Like, no, I don't anticipate a rotation. But per se, whenever you say something that you're scared people are going to think might be dumb, you just go per se at the end. And that's like an instant out to like, oh, whoa, maybe he does know what he's talking about, you know?
A little bit of mystery. Like, is he fooling me?
Yeah.
Is the joke on me, actually?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Gabe Kapler's so hot in the show. There was a big article written about all the coaches in The Athletic.
I don't anticipate a rotation, per se. Well, who's pitching?
All right, follow up.
Follow up. Who do you think's going to pitch the first inning tomorrow?
Gabe.
No leans?
Gabe Kapler.
I'd love to work out with him this offseason. You think we can set that up, Trev?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say 25% of managing, if not more, is anticipating rotations for the next series. Maybe 25 to 50% of your brain power goes to lining up the rotations for the upcoming series. But not in Gabe's world.
Dude, Jim, I know you've been all over this. It is so funny. Like, and what we've talked about what the managerial role has become here a lot. And, you know, a lot of the decisions get made upstairs now. There's not a ton of feel. A lot of it is just managing guys. Like, if you're the manager, you kind of need to be well-liked and take care of your dudes. It is so funny, and I think Gabe is representing it, that, like, you kind of have to represent your city. He never looked comfortable in Philly.
No, he didn't.
In San Fran, he looks so comfy being himself.
Yeah.
And, like, I think that's kind of important as we figure out managers going forward.
You know, I know you guys always say he fits better in San Francisco, but, like, I think he fits in anywhere, dude.
No,
like,
he
he's
didn't
one
fit
of
in
those
Philly.
guys.
No, it's like Joe Madden doesn't fit in Anaheim.
Dude, you can't be that in shape if you're the manager.
Joe Madden fit perfect in Tampa, and he was believable in Chicago, but Joe Madden's not a California manager.
Why? Because he doesn't have pitching?
We're not talking about results.
that.
We're not talking about results.
Dude, you're on a different beach than us. You're not even riding the
No.
same.
Okay, let me talk about this then.
Tough
Joe
guy
Madden,
Philly fan that wants to have 7 beers and watch their fills. They don't like Gabe Kapler being roped up and running sprints before the game.
Yeah.
San Francisco loves that.
I see the exact opposite.
No.
They put a statue of Rocky freaking Balboa up in Philadelphia. They want their dudes roped up and jacked, okay? San Francisco,
yeah, but Rocky sold his dog.
It's a tech city, dude. There's no one jacked in San Francisco.
Rocky sold his dog for like $2 and then bought it back for $20,000.
Dude, Philly gave up on him way too easily. Gabe is a stud who could manage anywhere, and I actually disagree with both of you. I think he fits better in Philly because he is that manly. He's an alpha, dude.
No, he's
San
too
Francisco
intellectual.
Is not an alpha
He's too
city.
intellectual.
He's so intellectual.
And that's not a shot at Philly.
It is.
It
We're
is
doing
a shot at
stereotypes.
Yes.
We're doing baseless stereotypes here.
So he's jacked and he's intellectual. Tell me how that doesn't fit everywhere.
What? That doesn't fit Philly.
Doesn't, dude.
They're jacked.
Maybe the
meatheads.
Midwest. Maybe the Midwest.
George
he doesn't
already
fit.
not jacked
No,
up.
he's way too pretty for the Midwest,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, he doesn't fit in
That's
the
a great
Midwest. I'll
point.
give you that. Put Gabe Kapler on the coast. He's good. Those coastal elites, baby. They know what's up.
Keep him
Joe
within an
Madden would
hour
be
of
like
water.
a perfect Milwaukee manager.
Ooh.
I think Council's
like
perfect.
Joe Madden
Counts
is
is
like
pretty good.
California. He drives a fucking hippie van, dude.
Who does?
Of course he fits in California. Joe Madden.
No, that's Florida. That's
I
why he was
like-
really good in Tampa.
Yeah, I think Padres or Florida for Madden for me.
You guys are crazy.
Padres might work.
I think Padres, like him and Clev would be like there'd
Joe
be an
Madden
article.
with the
Madden,
Dodgers would be awesome.
Madden and Clevenger living out of the same van. We'd be like, okay, this will work.
Can I tell you something, Trev?
Yeah.
Aaron Boone fits a California team way better than New York.
Yeah.
Like, I think if Booney was to lose, I like Boone, but if he was to lose the Yankees job and then go manage the A's or the Giants or the Padres or the Angels, I think you'd have the same thing where we'd be saying, man, he looks a lot more comfortable here. He just not walking on eggshells as much.
Half your damn team's from California, though, so it works right now.
Joe Girardi fit the Bronx because he's fucking had veins popping out of his neck every time he talked.
So does Gabe Kapler fit the Bronx?
No.
He's got veins popping out of everywhere.
No, he doesn't. He's like the least ejected manager in the history of baseball.
What does that have to do with veins popping out?
We're not talking.
We've been on
Jimmy's
different
referencing
beaches.
anger veins. You're referencing weightlifting.
Joe Girardi
veins.
gets way too much credit. Way too much credit.
We're not talking
We're not
about on
wins and losses here.
no record stuff.
Talking about vibes.
Resembling a city.
Yeah.
Vibes only.
Like
Yeah.
you're an LA guy.
Yeah.
If
I
you
don't fit anywhere.
if you tried to manage the Kansas City Royals, I think you might be too sexy for them some days.
I agree with you there. Point Jake.
Let's go!
Jake stole all my fucking points. All you had to do was compliment Trev.
Morgan Fost in the chat. I'm lost now, LOL. As am I a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you.
Phil,
I'm a
the
Gabe
Phillies
defender till I die.
The Phillies fan said that he agreed with us, and he thinks that you're on the different beach, like I'm saying. What are you laughing
All
at?
right.
Someone said Charlie Manuel jacked and intellectual. got me good. Got me good.
I like Charlie Manuel a lot.
Love
actually.
Charlie
Nice
Manuel.
guy.
That guy was
The
Philly.
It's Philly.
That dude was a walking.
You think he was Philly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't know
I guess he
Philly.
was, yeah, I guess he was. No, he was. I think. Yeah, Charlie Manuel fits Philly for sure, but I think Gabe did
Philly's
too.
a fight first, think later. And Gabe
It
is
was- this
such
is
a
what happened
think
with Gabe.
first
I
Yeah.
guy.
have Gabe's worst fit. Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, I
The
disagree.
people of Pittsburgh would not. Pennsylvania was not for
Yeah.
Gabe Kapler.
Out.
I think you guys don't know Gabe Kapler. I think that's what's going on.
Gabe
Gabe's from
riding
the
his
Valley,
fucking
818.
riding his bike, and this isn't a knock, but riding his bike while drinking a Starbucks coffee with glasses on and a dyed
That's
beard
San
to
Fran.
work. That's San Fran. He's so comfortable. He's perfect there. He did that in Pittsburgh.
You ever try to drive in San Francisco?
Yeah, I lived there for a while.
It's a joke. I would bike too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't,
Gabe Kapler all the way.
A lot of Gabe talk this episode. Are we moving the stimulator back to Fridays?
yeah.
Is it
So
not
are we
Friday
going to
today?
stimulate right now?
Best friend of the week is Walker Buehler. It's his MLB
Dude,
leading
is he
sixth
the-
win.
He's the best.
Yep,
friend
nobody.
of
He
the-
might be the best friend.
he's
It looks like nobody else has 4.
Can I tell you something?
He
young
has
guy.
6.
Can I tell you something?
7
I like,
innings, 2 runs.
I like Walker Buehler,
5
the
Ks.
Moxie King. He came on the show. He chatted with us. It was a lot of fun. He's having a fantastic season.
Yeah.
Out of all the friends of the pod, he might be the single friend of the pod that could care fucking less about winning this. If Gibby won friend of the pod, and we gave him an award or a tweet and we're like, Gibby was the best friend of the pod for the season, Gibby might retweet it or laugh at Walker. And
He'd
I
at least
like this
enjoy
about
it.
Walker because it fits who he is. It would be like, fuck, I don't give
Okay.
a fuck.
I
guys.
think if we sent him something like a trophy, I think Walker would be funny about it.
You think so?
Yes, I
Well,
do.
we're going to.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
best friend of the year.
It's seeming like he's going to be best friend of the year.
Yeah.
Well, there are 3 guys that have 4. So they're
Who
2
are
behind.
they? Reese and Gibby?
Reese has 4, so he won't
Oh,
get there.
damn.
Austin Meadows, AJ Pollock each have 4. Ian Happ's at 3. And
If
then,
Pollock wins it,
nobody
we'll
else has
send
more than 2.
the bronze cast of Trev's
Bronze
wrist.
cast.
Speaking of friends, I friend requested or I followed God, I just dated myself right there.
Yeah.
I think. What's friend request?
Facebook.
Facebook.
It's like OG Facebook.
Golly, I followed Jonathan India this morning on Instagram. I haven't checked my phone. I don't know if I got the follow back yet. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Today, you think he gives me the follow?
What's
I
their
think so.
schedule?
I think so.
It's Friday, bro. They got a game. Friday Night Lights. I don't know if he sees it today. I don't know. I hope he does, though.
Not following you, but follows Rose, Winker, and Cold Talk. Winker
Obviously.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Teammates.
All right, you guys want to stimulate?
Yes. Put that music on, babe. I'm trying to jam out.
Just trying to get sexy in here. Where's the music? I think it's the downbeat loop. Right? Is this it?
No.
No, that's not it. It's this one.
Yeah.
All right, simulator time. In the American League, the wild card game at this point would be the Boston Red Sox going down to the Bronx. Sale versus Cole. BBD, who wins that game?
Trust the Yankees at home. Cole's good. Yankees.
Okay, got that home field advantage. They've never lost a wild card at home, Trev. Jeez. All right, and that would be the White Sox. Same matchup. White Sox, Astros. If that matchup doesn't happen at this point, I'm mad.
So funny.
It's been a lock for like 3 months now.
The Rays have been taking care of business to make that happen.
All right, Tampa Bay versus the Yankees in a 5-game set. Who wins that one?
Rays.
The Rays. Gross. Tampa Bay versus Houston in the ALCS.
The Rays.
Oh, my God. Disgusting. In the National League, the wild card at this point would be... Shit, what's the Giants-Dodgers head-to-head?
8-8.
Oh, yeah, and they've scored the same amount of runs, too.
So I think it goes to in-division.
So I think you got to let the stimulator.
I flipped a 10. The Dodgers won home field advantage. The Dodgers win. So the Giants are in the wild card for the first time, and they will be facing the Reds at home. That's an odd one, huh? Reds at Giants?
It's the Giants.
Nice.
But I like the Reds.
The Brewers will be
It's not my
playing the
opinion, though.
Braves.
Brewers.
Okay. The Brewers will then be playing the Giants will then be playing the Dodgers in a 5-game series. That's more fun. It's more fun to have those guys be able to match up in a 5-game series than the wild card or whatever.
Dodgers right now.
Dodgers?
Giants get healthy. Can't project them to be healthy again with the simulator.
All right. Then your NLCS, you have the Dodgers versus the Brewers.
Brewers.
Ooh. Brewers versus the Rays. Oh my God, MLB's worst nightmare. Brewers. Hey, our Brew Crew.
Yeah, I'm staring at a helmet.
Go Brewers, go Brewers.
What a year.
What's today's date? September something?
The 3rd.
Gosh, I got to remember to bring $100 bills on Friday's episode so I can throw them at the screen for you.
Okay.
Because you're worth that, Jake.
That's the second time the Brewers have won the stimulator.
Did they beat the Rays when they won last time?
I delete all of the matchups.
I think
just
they beat
keep
the
winner.
Rays when they won last time.
So there you go. That's that.
Gosh, MLB would not like that World Series.
They would not.
I would love it.
ML, get out of the Trop. I think they're going to be out of the Trop by 2027 is what I was looking up, like, when are they going to be out of the Trop? Because I think it's so...
Is there still going to be a planet in 2027,
Now we're
baby?
talking.
Is there gonna
Biblical
be a
floods
Tampa
going
Bay
around,
area?
fires outside of Keith McPherson's freaking window.
Brett Phillips' quote on the Tampa fans was actually pretty nice.
What do you say?
He was just like, because he's from the area and he's like a genuine Rays fan. And he's like, I think he said he was 3 or 4 years old when the Rays came to town. So he's like, none of our parents were Rays fans.
Yeah.
You're fans of somewhere else. So he's like, we're starting to get real Rays fans as
They are.
as the next
have a generation
generation
of people
pops
that
out
grew
kids.
If I had my pick, I'd give them a stadium in Tampa, a nice stadium, That's nice, and there's not the bridges and all that traffic because the TV ratings, they do well in Tampa, and there are a passionate crew. That's a great point. Baseball's a generational thing.
Yeah.
If your parents aren't a fan of the team, then it's going to be harder. So once this crop starts having kids, but you got to get out of the Trop, man.
Yeah.
You go to baseball tours, and you really compare like the atmosphere and the site, and it's the same thing that people from Oakland do, where they're like, well, it's not that bad. All my friends from Oakland, it's like, well, have you been to others? Like, have you seen what others have to offer? Because it's pretty dull. So I was looking up when that deal's done.
And the other
I think
thing,
it's 2027. It won't be the Trop anymore.
The other thing that's wild is the population density in that area. It's easily the worst of the 30 teams, and I think second worst is still, it's like double. So
by far.
It's a pretty easy, we're a math pod, it's a pretty easy math formula. Make a nicer stadium, put it in a better area.
Where there's more people.
They need to nuke Tampa Yankees, just nuke it, and then put the Rays stadium right on top. That'll show them who's boss in the AL East. Tell you that much right now. Get rid of your spring training shit. Boom, right next, because the other Tampa stadium's right there.
That they will move out of Tampa before that happens. It's the same reason Oakland is going to move out of Oakland before they tried to go to Fresno, and the Giants said no. That's where our AAA
Yankees
team.
don't own the Tampa market though.
They own
that stadium.
I think they own
They
that.
own a stadium. I'm joking about that, obviously, but like they don't own
That
the
spot
Tampa
would be
market.
great.
Oh, the market, sure.
Market, no.
Yes, that's a good count.
Yes.
Yeah. Fresno is still the Bay Area. I get what you're saying.
Susan Waldman says Brett Phillips, first player she ever interviewed that grew up a Rays fan.
Think about that.
A lot of Longoria people because they grew up with him.
No, I
Longoria,
fully
they've
get
had some
that.
fun teams there.
The Trop is just like
Yeah.
a bad venue.
It's in a Trop city.
Okay,
We got to get there before it's over.
fuck, kill, Trop, Oakland.
I'm killing the Trop, man. Oakland, at least you can
fucking
get
Oakland?
like a nice sight line,
They get a good crowd.
and like you can
sometimes.
feel the weather. Feels like
That's
baseball.
true.
I've never been to the Trop, and so there are some people that like enjoy their time at the Trop. They say it's a nice experience and it's like AC, right? So there's a fuck argument for the Trop.
Yeah, but they also had like the dirtiest concession stands. There was like an
Really?
article written about that.
That's a plus for me. You know that.
Yeah. Toxins.
I've heard just on the Twitter streets, people are like, yeah, if you actually go to the Trop, it's not.
It's
that bad,
expectations.
but
If you go to
just watching on TV, it's.
if you
the
go
worst.
to
There's nothing there.
go to Truist Park, and then you go to the Trop, you're gonna be like, oh, this place sucks. You go to the Trop first, and you think it's gonna be terrible. You're like, it's not that bad. Then you head up and you go to a Braves game and a Mets game or an actual field. You're gonna be like, oh, actually, the first one was bad.
Yeah.
You want to do elevator talk, or does that count as elevator talk?
That was elevated.
I'd be interested in.
If it lands on the Rays, that'd be wild. Lands on the Brewers. They're good. You
Really
get in the
good.
elevator, you say, I just don't want that 1 seed. That's all you say. You say 2 seeds seems nice. Let the East beat them. Let the East beat the shit out of each other, and then send one of them our way.
Jace
I'm
Peterson's
gonna say
goatee.
it's still Miller Park. It's still Miller Park, all right. That's how I talk about it.
Then you just as they exit the elevator, you give them the Bud Selig thumbs up, which is my new move. Oh, people don't know what I'm talking about. We watched. They showed us a movie about Bud Selig and the Brewers. It was awesome.
Bud Selig experience.
That was
If you go to a Brewers game, go to the Bud Selig experience. It was really cool history. But Bud Selig gave a lot of thumbs up in the video, and all he does is he stands up straight, and the thumb stays by his belt line.
Yeah.
It just tilts up, thumbs up. So it's
Elbow right against his side there, shadier left.
You're out
to
of
side.
camera. You're out of camera.
There you
There you
go.
go.
And that's a little powerful. It's a very soft thumbs up.
yeah. It's the thumb. The thumb isn't fully erect either.
Oh, been there.
I don't want to spoil it, but like the desk scene at the end. Like,
Well,
that
don't
was
spoil
really
it,
cool.
Trev.
I'm not. There's a desk scene.
There's
That
a
doesn't
desk
spoil
scene.
There's a
anything.
good end scene.
So when you see a Brewers fan in the elevators, tell them there's a desk scene.
There's
Yeah.
Is this the first time that the wheel has landed on the same team that won the stimulator?
probably.
Definitely.
Wow.
I'd be interested in making it Wheel Mondays, Stimulator Fridays.
And Jake drank a beer last night.
I have one thing to get off my chest.
Yes, that shirt.
I thought I was going to work it in organically this episode because I told you it's a Big Bird episode for me. I loved the Tommy Edman catch the other day where he went flying into the net. It was a really good catch. I just want to get that out.
Okay.
It was
like the only thing I need to get out.
It's off his chest. Appreciate that you allowed us to know that that's how you felt about the catch. Beat BBD to it. We were racing.
Double string there.
Hey, are we doing a Monday app or are we off?
I think we're doing
Monday app.
We'll talk.
Jake sucks.
Oh my God.
We might do Monday up at night, Trev. We got to ask you about
We'll
it.
see what your schedule is like. Are you doing anything?
No. Oh, fantasy football draft that day.